everyone. A very pleasant day today. I hope your day has been going great. I remain your humble host, Becky Usoro. It's that time of the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Next News Protocols, where we discuss trending and interesting political topics. Joining me on set to have this conversation today is King Sajalo and Tochi Okwasi. Forgive me your name, pardon me your name. Is it Akwasi or
Akwasi?
Akwasi. Okay, it's my pleasure having you both on set all the time.
Thank you so much.
You both look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, it's a fresh and a beautiful day. Let's head straight to the story for today. The crisis happening yesterday, we all heard of what happened yesterday at the Secretariat of the PDP Secretariat in Abuja. All right, the violence yesterday as accompanied by the party's governor and that of the Federal Capital, the FCT minister, Wike, clashed at the party's national secretariat in Abuja. The showdown, which resulted from a clash of meetings fixed by both camps, was a culmination of long tussle for control of the party's soul. The new elected chairman of the PDP said that they came there for their National Working Committee, NWC, that's why they were there meeting. That's what he said. But those who, the exported people, the people who they expelled from the party, they still came. He said they were enemies of democracy and they brought talks and arms with tear gas to stop us. And, there's a striking statement he actually made. He called on to the President Donald Trump. He said what is at stake is not just genocide against, Christians. He said he should come and save democracy in Nigeria. Democracy is under threat. And he's calling on other developed nations, all advanced democracies, to come and save Nigeria. So what are your thoughts looking at what's happening in our democracy, especially the PDP? I feel we have grown past what's really happening in our society at this stage. Looking at what happened yesterday at the PDP Secretariat, okay, and it was live. I just feel it's just not too cool for in a nation like Nigeria. So what are your thoughts on that story, Tochi?
Very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Very, very embarrassing. Like a country like Nigeria, facing all this. Yes, the problem is really from the leaders. If problem like this is coming like this, and the president have not said anything concerning. Okay, you want to tell me it's because he's not a PDP person? It's very, very annoying.
Okay.
You understand? This is your country, and things like this. Okay, imagine police forces coming to throw tear gas. It's very, very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like seriously. Okay. I was watching Senator Bala Mohammed was saying some imposters were expelled. I get me, and they came to court. Could you imagine who are these imposters? I get me. Please let us allow these leaders that knows what they are doing, the true leaders, to come and help us. If they are not doing, if Nigerians are not, please, okay, fine. They are calling on international body to come. If Trump is coming to help us, is coming to help us from this crisis, please let him come.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we want. We want Nigeria to work. We want Nigeria to be fine. Things are not working in Nigeria.
So what's the way forward for PDP? Looking at what happened yesterday.
The way forward for PDP, some people have been extended. Let them go. Yes, let them go. New people are here now. New leaders are here. Allow them to work. I get me. And just give them that. Let them do their work.
Okay.
Stop threatening. Stop fighting. Stop causing problem. You understand? If you are a leader and a leader is rebellious, that's not a leader. Okay? Please, let's make sure, come together and see how this country will work out.
Thank you so much. Jalo, what are your thoughts on that story?
First of all, the mess that happened yesterday at the PDP Secretariat in Abuja is a big, should I use the word shame, or is indeed a menace to the core. I expected, there should have been a board of trustee and the National Executive Committee due to at the process of all these escalations, because I believe the National Executive Committee would have really helped stabilize the internal crisis happening in the Democratic Party, as well as the board of trustees as the board. Because with these meetings, I think there would have been a main resolution, despite their long grievances with each other. Now, looking at the event, the disaster that happened yesterday, you will definitely see the lives of the suspended Secretariat chairman, which the lives of Samuel Anyanwu, who was like he going to the Secretariat building, claiming rights that no one has the right to expel him because he was appointed by INEC themselves. That is until he finishes his tenure. That December. That is when he will leave the party system if the party choose to. And he is in the Wike group. And definitely, we all know that during the convention, we can recall during the convention, there was an announcement, made by the one of the chief team of the lives of Chief Bode, Bode George, who absolutely made an announcement that look, Wike, Samuel Anyanwu, and also Ayo Fayose are totally expelled from the political party. Now, there are reasons of expelling them that they have been participating in an anti-party system, which is really causing mayhem to the party, to the PDP political party. Now, such order is being given. Now, if you look at the Wike's group, I think they are trying to, claim, that they were the front line of this political party. So no one has the right. In the lives of Yesu Wike, the FCT minister, I think he's one of the prominent person in the PDP. Fine, we all know that. But right now, the FCT minister should understand that his interference in this political party right now is causing hindrances. And this is his operation, just as he was accused, which I have proved to, that he is practicing in anti-party system, which is affecting it. It's true. You are in a political party and you are trying to support an opposition party in winning a particular position in the country. What do we call that? How can you, when there are other individuals, high profile figures in the PDP, that you could side in becoming either a president or whatever position they tend to hold, then you are going after another individual in an opposition party. What does that mean? It seems you are trying to break down the building which you build with your own hand. You are trying to scatter the foundation. So definitely, this shows that indeed there are people who still want the mandate of PDP to stand in Nigeria, who still want PDP to move on. Despite there are people just like the life of Seyi Makinde, the lives of the Bauchi State Governor Bala Ahmed and so on and so forth. You can really see on that picture that no matter the crisis, they are ready to give their all. You understand? And it's an unfortunate thing that this is uncalled for. And to the new elected chairman of the PDP, Kabiru, it's calling on the US president isn't the solution. You are trying to call on when we have our own bodies, we have our own. Now, okay, I remember when the US president made mention of putting Nigeria among the CPC list, a lot of people claim that Nigeria is a sovereign state, that we don't need the help of the United States nation, we don't need the help of the United States of America to come intervene in our insecurity crisis and all of that. Okay, now in the political system,
what's the way forward for PDP? Looking at what happened yesterday,
the way forward right now, is that is why we have the judiciary. That is why we have the court of appeals and all that. I think this matter should be probed. It should be handled by the High Court of Appeal. Totally, if the High Court will indeed give response, yes, because it seems as if the High Court is already backing them due to one or two oppositions and all of that. So I think that is the only way. They should take this matter to court and resolve their differences. Secondly, the purpose of the National Executive Committee should take place in the party. The Board of Trustees should take place so that this menace should come to an end. And for the expelled figures, personals in that political party, I think indeed that expulsion really really is indeed really worth it, because these are people who has been trying to bring that party, just like I said earlier.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry to interject you. Let's just
Yes.
move into the second story.
Okay.
Yes, U.S. Senate vows to hold, looking at the insecurity happening in our country today, and we know what happened on Monday. Concerning the KB girls, the girls that were adopted, the secondary school girls that were adopted in KB, and then the U.S. Senate vows to hold governments accountable. They are holding Nigeria accountable for a failed, governance to
Yes.
protect the school children. This was made yesterday by the chairman of the committee, Senator Jim, made a remark in a post and said that Nigeria has long failed to protect its school children from jihadists and criminal abduction, and little has changed. Students, especially girls, remain target for enslavement, conversion, and ransom. This is just coming a few hours after about 24 girls were kidnapped by terrorists from a government college in, Kebbi State. And then today we heard that President has already sent the Vice President to Kebbi State concerning the same matter. So hopefully we're hoping to hear a more positive results concerning this issue. So what are your thoughts on that story?
When you use the word positive result,
Yeah.
I quite laughed about it because because when you are to use the word positive result on
But
issues
we
like
have to
this,
be positive.
we have
because
to
the
be
people
positive.
there, so they are human beings like
Becky,
us.
if you remember in
Yes.
this platform, I made mention of
Mm.
proof of positivities. You understand? We've had similar. This is not the first time such an incident is happening in our country, most especially in the northern part. We've had similar things, and we cannot say that. The question now is, have there been positivity in this so-called previous incident? The answer is no. Now, kudos to the United States Senator Jim. I think indeed data is really speaking in this aspect right now, and is really telling on us. Now, it is a clear fact that indeed what he said concerning the Nigerian federal government is clear truth. Now, we are having an issue on ground, and our president is boarding the Nigerian Air Force to South Africa, and I also heard he's also going to Angola for whatever meeting he wants to do. Now, are you trying to say that the issues happening in your country is irrelevant? Sending the vice president is not the issue. You, as a president, ought to have addressed these issues.
That's why you have a vice.
Yes, that's why we have a vice, but it's more or less like he's not concerned about it.
He's concerned because he has shown interest.
He showed interest by sending the vice. Okay, what are his remarks?
Mm.
What are his remarks? What are his obligation towards it? Let's be frank. Most of the times when we are dealing with issues like this, I wouldn't want to say our government is a phase. Okay, fine. He's traveling to these countries. Yes, it's probably might be one of the move in addressing this issue, but I don't know. But as a responsible president, you ought to have stayed back. You ought to have stayed back and see the outcome and see how it goes. You understand?
Okay.
It won't take you telling these countries who are inviting you for 1 or 2 meetings that look, we're having crisis in our country. I really need to tackle 1 or 2. So it won't take him anything, but it shows it's more or less concerned. Now, in the aspect of the pronouncement made by the U.S. Senator, you understand, it really shows that indeed our name is going beyond all. It shows that indeed the bad reputation proclaimed on our country, Nigeria, is going on an increase every day. And we really need to stop this menace. That is the truth, because we are giving ourselves bad names. Okay, you just imagine when things like this keep going on. How will foreigners look at our own people in diaspora? Definitely because this is a terrorist nation. This is a Christian genocide nation. That is how we will be referred to now. And I also feel pity for those who are pursuing their careers overseas, who are Nigerians, because definitely to tell on them. Yes, if you have relatives just like myself, I know what my cousin told me when he made when he let them know that he's in Nigeria over there in the US, and the response they gave to him, and it was unfair.
Okay, thank you so much. Tochi, what are your thoughts on that story?
Well, very, very embarrassing.
Okay.
Very, very embarrassing. Okay, you as the president, you say your vice president will go to KB. What is the security personnel doing? I learned that at that period, that I think before the incident happened, that security personnel were on ground, and they left 30 minutes before these people came. Okay, just look at it now. What are you people doing? Nothing. And okay, fine. The president said vice president. What is the vice president going? He's going there. Will it solve the problem?
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Yes, hopefully.
It's a hopefully. Okay, let's just say hopefully, but
Yeah.
it will keep lingering.
No.
Yeah, this is Nigeria for you. Because everything in Nigeria is politics. That's what they are doing.
Okay.
It's
So what
politics.
you're
They are playing
saying
even humans'
so what you're
lives.
trying to say now is that the girls they are adopted to is still under political
It's politics, of course. Okay. Imagine during the time of Jonathan.
Okay.
What really is it not politics? You thought they were doing it to bring Jonathan down, and the same thing is still happening. It's still politics. They know what they are doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys. It's still the show Citizens Dialogue on First Nest News for Tackles. I remain your humble host, Beko Soro. Let's go for a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the show, Citizens Dialogue on First Nest News for Tackles. I hope you're having a great time with us. Thanks for staying with us. Jalo, the 44 federal lawmakers have written to Tinubu demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reached a new height on yesterday, as the House of Representatives, by 44 members of the House of Representatives, formally wrote to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, urging him to order the release of the IPOB leader without delay. The lawmakers say they believe releasing Kanu will help reduce insecurity in the southeast and restore confidence amongst residents and investors. They insisted that the appeal is strictly in the national interest and not partisan kind of politics. Of course, the story of Nnamdi Kanu has been back and forth and all that. So everyone, we're feeling that he's due for him to be out of wherever they have kept him. So what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a good step?
Well, just as most of the time I usually make statements concerning the federal government having interest in having an underground activities to be done with the detention of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When most times when I bring out such a proclamation, it looks as if I'm wrong or I'm trying to criticize the federal government in this aspect. But if you look at it, kudos to the legislators. Indeed, it shows that indeed, in the case of releasing of Nnamdi Kanu, it's not just because if you look at those legislators, they are not all of them are just from the east. Many of them are from from the north to the west. We have different legislators who came out, writing this letter to the government, to take a bold step on releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for detention. Indeed, we must agree to the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a great figure that represented the East. This is someone who is over-cherished in the eastern part of Nigeria. So definitely, when a group of legislators will come together, and appeal to the federal, then indeed it has really revoked in the mind of Nigerians that look, the presence of this man, the importance of this man is really relevant in the southeast, not just in the southeast, in the country at large. Okay, now, indeed, releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will indeed really bring peace. Okay, look at what's happening in the eastern part of. Okay, what is the essence of this? Is it a sit at home Monday, when everyone is supposed to go on their daily activities? School children are supposed to be going to school, market, and because of a detention, by unknown. Because of the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, and unknown rivals and unknown individuals have decided to, make a street move by bringing such a law, sit at home. Okay, look at the crisis happening in the East. He was accused of terrorism. When he was detained, I think in 2021. Now, was it because of the terrorism activities happening in the East? No, but because of his detention, I believe these are one that is really causing mayhem in the eastern part. So it will be a good thing if the federal government make response to the voice of these legislators, because it will not look good if at the end of all these legislative proposals, protest from the life of activist Showore and also other high-profile figures and personas who have been pleading to the federal government with all these proclamations and all this calling out on the federal government concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and at the end, something disaster happens to that man in custody. I bet you, Becky, the federal government will have itself to be blamed, be it this present administration or the next administration or thereabout. So it should be a wake-up call for the federal government to take a bold step on how to resolve the issue that pertains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is it that for him to face a trial? Okay, even if he is given a trial, let him just face this. Let him face the trial once and for all, and let us know where he's heading to, rather than leaving him in one spot for a very long period of time.
Okay, thank you so much. Your last thoughts on the story, Tochi.
Okay, seriously, I want to throw this one. Is Nigeria for one particular person or for a particular individual, or is it for everybody? That's what I want to ask. Now it's as if Nigeria is being divided. Oh, some people own Nigeria, some people rule Nigeria. Okay. Now, okay, let's take it like this. You're calling this man a terrorist. Okay, you name him. You say he's this, he's that, and that. But the same federal government goes out and negotiates with terrorists. Then, so who is a terrorist and who is not a terrorist?
Okay.
Are you getting me? Please, to me, I would suggest let this man go.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you both on set all the time.
Thank you so much, Becky.
Thanks, everyone. That's our show for today. Citizens Dialogue on First Next News Port Harcourt. I am Becky Usoro. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.